All right, are you paying attention yet? I want you to look at the letter attached below to Elon Musk from the European Union. Now, before I jump into all of this, if you are not paying attention to what's going on in the United Kingdom, in Northern Ireland, and the European Union right now, you are making a grievous mistake. And if you're not paying attention to our lawsuit against the Corporate Transparency Act, let me show you exactly the practical implications of this law that took effect this year. Affects not only business owners, but anybody associated to business owners. So looking at this letter, the European Union is threatening Elon Musk. It says, hey, by the way, you're in a little bit of trouble with us, just so you know, because as you may know, we have a law here called the DSA. And that allows us to basically persecute you and charge you with crimes in our country if things that happen on your platform affect Europeans. In other words, if our people happen to see something that's allowed on your website, we can charge you with crimes as if you are a resident in our country. Now, to add to that, we also have the fact that Britain has said, hey, by the way, all you Americans and other people, but probably a lot of us Americans, that are encouraging the opposition to the invasion of the United Kingdom by its own government importing violent and uncivilized people to destroy and wreak havoc. If you're encouraging this, if you express your distaste for this group of people, if you don't support our immigration policy, then you're guilty of crimes in the United Kingdom. And guess what? We will seek to extradite you so that we can charge you in our country. Now, I know a lot of Americans are thinking to themselves, yeah, well, good luck with that. America doesn't have to extradite anybody it doesn't want to. Well, what if it does want to? What if that's exactly what the American government wants to do? The First Amendment has been an obelisk of granite against those who seek power in this country. It's been a nightmare to try to fully take down. And there's been little victories chipped away at it, but every sledgehammer they've landed against it has largely not worked out for the most part. There are some limitations. I'm aware of those. So what if instead they decide to undermine the foundation of that obelisk by simply saying, well, we don't need to violate your constitutional rights to get you to stop saying what we don't want you to say in this country. What if instead we simply say that another country where you don't have any rights, where you don't have any guarantees, is charging you with a crime because what you said affected their people? And, we're just being a good neighbor in this international community, so we're going to extradite you to face crimes in that country. Well, guess what? Now the First Amendment's gone. And the only way to protect yourself would be to cut yourself off from any access to the outside world or to foreign countries, which would work just as well for them if Americans and foreigners stopped finding value allegiances across national borders. That would be great for them to shut that all down. So this is very real, okay? These two things happened in the last week. You think the EU is joking about going after Elon Musk? Not one bit. They are not at all. They have had a total control for almost a decade now. Elon Musk bought a very popular platform and has been a thorn in their side ever since then. It's been a thorn in the side of the globalists who want to control all information sharing. So, how does that tie to the Corporate Transparency Act? Well, this shows you what our government's intentions are. In the Corporate Transparency Act, any of this personal information they get about you, about business owners or people that are considered beneficial business owners, any of that information can be shared without a court order with a foreign government. So if there wasn't any intention on penalizing you in using an international system, why would they do that? Well, it's really simple. This is exactly the purpose of this. If they can't get you directly, maybe they can find somebody who can. And if that can't get you directly, why don't they start penalizing businesses or individuals that are associated with you so that they don't want to associate with you? So you lose your job. So you lose that contract your business is relying on because that business who does does business in China can't afford to lose a key contract or a supplier. That is what this is all about. It's about tying all these strings to capital so that in order to have your voice, you have to accept poverty. And if you don't want to accept poverty, then you need to surrender your voice. That is the intention here. So what are you going to do about it? Well, you can go on X and post about how this is an outrage, and you can post a meme, and I love the memes. You can throw a fit, and you can say, that's never going to happen here. You can beat your chest and say, we'll fight. Or you can use the tools available to you to help put an end to this, to battle the system. That is what we are doing in our lawsuit against the Corporate Transparency Act. We are suing to stop that kind of information sharing. We are suing to protect your rights to have a voice and be able to still accumulate wealth and achieve the American dream. That's what we're doing. Now, you can help us, and we would love to help because, believe it or not, everything that we are doing is on the back of charitable donations. The businesses we represent, they've contributed, but these guys are small businesses. You probably understand that. Thousands of dollars just to get filed, $15,000, $20,000 just to file. Small businesses don't have that kind of money. And so we are tackling this as a charitable organization, which means that I get the fun role of begging for money. Now, you can go to our website, homesteadliberation.org, and you can make a donation, and I will be eternally grateful to you. Or you can do something a lot more fun. This Saturday, August 17th, we are running our Save the Ranchers fundraiser event that's being put on by Crofter Market for us, and that's at savetheranchers.com. This is a 4-hour carbine training with a top tactical training company called Tactical Cowboy Training Solutions. Talk to anybody who's worked with them. It is the best training you can get. And the tickets are $250 for a 4-hour training where you're going to get tons of one-on-one attention from highly skilled operators. Doesn't matter if you have any experience, you've never shot a rifle before, or whether you consider yourself a little mini weekend warrior, they're going to teach you a lot. You come, you're going to get to mingle with all sorts of incredible people who are fighting for your rights, like Marlo Oaks, like Phil Lyman, Trevor Lee is going to be there, Greg Mattson from Quick Media, a bunch of other really amazing people, and I'm not going through all of them, but they're all going to be there training with you. What an awesome opportunity to rub shoulders with some incredible people and with like-minded people. All the proceeds from this event, all the ticket proceeds, are going to this lawsuit to fight for your freedoms, to fight for your children's freedoms, so that they can have the upward mobility to achieve the American dream without surrendering their voice. So I would love to see you there. We still have tickets available. Reach out to me directly if you have any questions.